Hi guys, if you like this content, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you want some private coaching for trauma, complex PTSD, and narcissistic abuse syndrome, please go to www.coachkat.org. In this video, I'm going to talk about another very sensitive topic, which is narcissism and sex and porn and how it all kind of links in with their victims. With narcissists, they will lie, they will cheat, and they will discard for sex. During the love bombing stage, when you're with them, the sex is usually out of this world. The compliments are out of this world. You feel like you've met your soulmate, somebody really who understands you. They just love bomb the heck out of you. And during this phase, there can be intensity with the sex. Not intimacy, but intensity. So don't mistake the two. Then what they do is when they get bored, which is usually pretty quickly, then they start to devalue. The sex degrades. The praise degrades. They start to devalue everything about you. Kissing is a major issue with psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, and sex addicts. They stop French kissing you. This is just something that they do. Remember, kissing is very intimate. And this is very uncomfortable for them. They just don't do intimacy. So they will stop French kissing you. Then they will start to withhold sex. Why do they do this? Well, they really get off on the power, right? They're very passive aggressive and they love the power. They do this to control everything. They don't look at sex the same way normal people look at sex. They look at it all about control, withholding, power, dominance, performance, and they also use it to get supply. You would think if you're in a long-term relationship with one of them that they would want sex because they haven't had it for a long time, right? And you're kind of baffled because they're not having sex with you and you don't understand, like, why are they not having sex? Don't they want sex? And no, they don't. And the reason why they don't is they are having sex with other people. So they don't need it from you. They're having sex with other people, with the internet, with maybe sometimes prostitutes, with people they've met on dating sites. They are addicted to pornography. They are cheating with work colleagues. It runs the gamut. So yeah, they don't want sex with you because they're having it either solo with a computer screen or with other people. And so anyone who has stopped having sex with you, that's a huge red flag in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, sex is a part of it. Sex is a part of a romantic relationship. And you just have to know if they're not having sex with you, yes, they are getting it elsewhere. Narcissists do not do reciprocity. Psychopaths, sociopaths, they do not like reciprocity. If you address it with them and you confront them, they might have sex with you like that day or the next day, but then they're going to go back to the same old behavior. And they will gaslight you. They will tell you that you're not good enough or you're not sexy enough or it's your fault. They'll put it on you. They love to do this. Remember, they get bored very easily and, they need that stimulation. So that's why they're always doing like internet dating, prostitution, pornography, cheating, right? They're usually having sex with multiple people at once. They may be busy grooming their next partner. Now, remember, their next partner could be their primary source of supply. And this is not somebody that they want. They want that person to think that they're the only one, right? So they definitely are very cagey and very careful about how they craft all of this. They don't want that person to know that they're having sex with multiple people. But they're usually almost always busy grooming another partner. A lot of times these people are into BDSM. It's really weird, but they're into it. And I'm not saying everyone who's into BDSM is a narcissist, a psychopath, or a sociopath, but it certainly is a proclivity of theirs. They will use sex to control you. They will withhold. They love it because they love to have you working your ass off to please them, to get back their attention, to be sexier, to, kind of beg for that physical intimacy. That gives them a huge rush of power. They absolutely love that. But keep in mind, when they're with you, they're always targeting other victims. And then you ask yourself, why in the heck did I stay in a sexless relationship? Well, the reason you did probably is because there was just enough to keep you there. Like every once in a while, they throw you a bone. And when you are trauma bonded to this toxic connection, they're breadcrumbing you, and you're constantly trying to gain back their approval or that love bombing that you originally had. And you've been manipulated and brainwashed and gaslit. So sex is one of the many ways that narcissists, psychopaths, and sociopaths they'll use sex to gaslight, manipulate, and control their victims. The rest of us, normal people, use sex for love, connection, intimacy, relationship building. This is not the way that a narcissist thinks. They don't even understand any of this. They don't have emotional intimacy. The thing is about great sex, wonderful, loving sex involves emotional intimacy first and commitment, right? And then you have physical intimacy, and that's amazing. They've never experienced that. They don't even know what making love is. It's not a thing for them. They look at it differently. They use sex for power, control, to make you feel less than, to make you feel unwanted, so that they can feel superior, to keep you under their thumb. They use it for supply. It gives them an awesome rush of power to have you begging for a morsel of affection. These are toxic, gaslighting manipulators. And the victims end up not talking about it because they feel so embarrassed, right? The narcissist uses it to psychologically and emotionally abuse their victims. And if you're on this and you're watching this, I just want you to know something. This is not about you. You are normal. This has nothing to do with you. This is... it's their sick game. It has everything to do with how twisted they are in their heads. And they love to have you working hard for them. It's kind of gross, but that's what they do. Everything is weirdly transactional with these crazy people. It's transactional. And again, they use sex for supply. They usually need multiple sources. They get bored. Some of the somatic narcissists actually prefer solo sex with the computer screen. They don't even necessarily have like sex with a lot of people because they don't want to have anything that is what is a part of a normal relationship, which is reciprocity, commitment, decency, giving, loving, connection. They don't do any of that, or intimacy. Those are not currencies that they are able or willing to operate in. And if you're watching this, just a little message to you. You are worthy. This has nothing to do with you. You deserve better. You're sexy. And this toxic, sick, perverted, twisted ways of the narcissist and their ways around sex have nothing to do with you. There's nothing wrong with you to want to be in a normal relationship where there's healthy sex. And this is not about you. The problem is them. So that's a little rundown on, what you may be experiencing if you're, in a relationship with a narcissist. Also, sometimes they will use sex later on in the relationship as a form of love bombing later on. But if you're with somebody and they stopped having sex with you and they stopped French kissing you, that's a huge red flag. In normal, healthy relationships, you have conversations about that. You have resolution. People care. There's empathy there. Your partner wants to make you happy. You want to make them happy. There's reciprocity. That is absolutely and simply not the case with these toxic manipulators. I hope you guys got something out of this. And again, feel free to like and subscribe if this is compelling to you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.